break this middle term as 12x square plus 15x minus 8x minus 10. Okay. I think now this will be okay. Do it yourselves, right? You can.
Yes, sir.
The next
Yes,
one.
sir.
Now next one. See, now you have a plus b whole square minus 11 a plus b minus 42. Now you see, instead of a variable, the descending powers of a variable, this time you have a descending power of an expression. You see, a plus b is an expression, okay, and you have power 2. Again, a plus b is the same expression, you have a power 1, and you have a hidden power of a plus b to the power of 0. I hope you understood this, right? Instead of a variable, you have an expression which is raised to the power 2. Okay, this another expression, same expression in fact, which was raised to the power 2. This time, here in this term, it is raised to the power of 1, and here in this term, it is raised to the power of 0. Okay, so what I do is I say let x is equal to a plus b. Okay, I take this expression as a variable. So therefore, I get x square minus 11x minus 42. Okay, this expression becomes x square minus 11x minus 42. Now what do we multiply? You see that now there I've taken, instead of this expression, mute your sound, a lot of background sounds are coming. Mute all your audios, please. Okay, so this is x square minus 11x minus 42, descending powers of x starting from 2. Okay, so here you have a coefficient of 1. So you multiply this one with this 42, and the product will be 1 into 42, which is 42. Okay, so now you want to break 42 into two factors, 1 into 42, 1 and 42. First factor, second factor is 2 into 21, 2 and 21. Okay, third factor is 3 into 14, 3 and 14. Will it give me minus 11? Will it give me minus 11? Yes, if I take minus 14 and plus 3, it will give me. So x square, I break up this minus 11 as minus 14x plus 3x minus 42. Now you group the terms, x square minus 14x plus 3x minus 42. I've kept a plus sign outside, so sign within the bracket does not change. Now I take the HCF of the first and the second term, x into x minus 14. Yes, can't hear you. I can't hear you. Tell me. Yes, who was it? Okay, fine. So I have plus 3, HCF of 3 and 3x and 42 is 3, minus, and 42 divided by 3 is 14. So x minus 14 into x plus 3. So I take out this x minus 14 factor out. After taking out, what am I left with? I'm left with this x, which I have written here, and I'm left with plus 3, which I have written here. So the factors are x minus 14 and x plus 3. Okay. Okay. So look at this. 8 plus 6x minus 5x square. Okay. In this expression, clearly this is starting from the power 0 or the constant term. So first I arrange it in starting with the highest power of x. So I write it as minus 5x square. This term I write first. Next plus 6x I write. And here I have a plus, so I write a plus 8. Okay. So now I've got descending powers of x. So I multiply the coefficients 5 and 8. 5 into 8 will give you 40. So now I uh, break it up into factors. 1 into 40, 1, 40, 2 into 20, 2 and 20. Will it give you 2 and 20? Will it give you plus 6? No. Any combination of signs will not give you. 3, then you have 4. 4 into 10. 4 and 10. Will it give you a plus 6? Yes. If I take plus 10
Yes.
and minus 4. I've got a minus 5x square. So because of this plus 10, I'll write plus 10x. Because of this minus 4, I'll write a minus 4x and plus 8 as it is. Okay. So now what happens? I group these two together, minus 5x square plus 10x. I group these two, and the third and the fourth I group by taking the minus sign outside. The sign within the bracket changes. Okay, this sign will change because I have kept a minus sign outside. So now I'll simply take the HCF of 5x square and 10x, which is 5x, let's say.
Yes.
I'm left with x minus x, in fact, plus 2 and minus HCF of 4 and 8 is 4, x minus 2. Okay. Now see, the problem here is that we are not getting the factors, isn't it? Are we getting? We are getting minus x plus 2 and we are getting x minus 2. But what you see is that plus x is here, I have a minus x here. Okay. I have a minus 2 here and I have a plus 2 here. So what I do is, instead of 5x, I have kept a positive sign outside. Okay. I take a negative sign outside. I write it as minus 5x. And then what happens if I take a minus sign outside this bracket instead of this positive sign? The signs within the bracket will change. So this minus x will change to plus x, and this plus will change to minus. Minus 4x minus this I write as it is. Now they are same, isn't it? Now they are same. Any questions here?
Yes, sir. No, sir.
So
No,
now
sir.
No, sir.
I can now
No,
take
sir.
x minus 2 out then. X minus 2 I take out. I'm left with minus 5x minus 4. Okay. You can write this answer in a better form. That is x minus 2, and then within this expression, minus 5x minus 4, you can take out minus, so you get 5x plus 4. Okay, so now you can write this as minus x minus 2
Sir.
into 5x plus, yes, tell me.
Sir, your voice is cutting.
Can you hear me now? Yes, can you hear me now or not clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is what you can do. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, is it important to arrange it in descending order?
Uh, to start with, yes, since you are starting. But if you have enough practice later on, then you can do directly. I don't have any problem. Even now, if you have enough practice, you can do. Okay, but the problem is that later on, if you what if you make mistakes? That is a problem. Okay, but by arranging in from highest power to lowest power, the chances of making a mistake is lesser. Okay, not that I will deduct your marks, but it's a good habit. Understood? Did you hear what I said?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so to the last one, and then from your textbook, I've got a picture of your textbook also here. Okay, so I will ask you some questions from your textbook. Okay, from your textbook, I'm going to ask you some questions.
Okay, sir.
Uh, if you whether you have understood or not. Okay, so last, let us finish this one. So in this question, you have 7 plus 10, 2x minus 3y minus 8, 2x minus 3y whole square. You want to factorize this. Now see, this clearly is an expression. This 2x minus 3y is here also, here also. The power is 2 and the power here is 1. And obviously the power here is 0. Okay. So what I do is I first assume let z is equal to 2x minus 3y. Okay. So therefore this expression now becomes 7 plus 10z minus 8 z square. Now I arrange these in the descending powers of z of the variable. Minus 8z square plus 10z plus 7. Okay. So now I'll break the middle term. First I will see what how to break. I have 8 minus 8 here. I have a plus 7 here. Okay. So I'll multiply 8 into 7, ignoring the sign, 56. So 1 into 56. 1 and 56 will not give you plus 10. 2 into 28. 2 and 28 again will not give you plus 10. Let's see. 3 will not divide 56. So no point. 4 into 14. 4 and 14. Will it give me plus 10? Yes. If I take a plus sign here and a minus sign with minus 4, it will. So now what I do is I break the first term I write as it is. Now I break the middle term as plus 14z minus 4z plus 7. Okay. So let's see whether this works. So now again I group these two terms together. First, second, third, and fourth. I'm keeping a minus sign outside, so the sign within the bracket will change from 4z plus 7 to 4z minus 7. Now I take the HCF of these two. Okay. Now HCF of 8z square and 14z is 2z. 2z. Okay. If I take 2z out of 8z square, 8z square divided by 2z is 4z with a minus sign, plus, and 14z divided by 2z is 7, minus 4z minus 7. Again, now you see the same problem happening here. I have a plus 4z here and I have a minus 4z here. I have a minus 7 here. I have a plus 7 here. So what I will do is I will take a minus outside this bracket, make it from plus 2z, I make it a minus
So,
2z, and the signs within the bracket are going to change. So from minus, this is going to become plus, and from this plus, it is going to become minus.
sir, I didn't understand the third step.
Which one? This step.
Yes, sir.
This step.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wait. Let me just erase and do it once again. See, I first group the first and second. Okay. Third and fourth. See that I'm keeping a minus sign outside. So so sign within the brackets is minus sign. You understood this step?
Yes, sir.
Now see, you have an 8z here, you have a 14z here. What is the HCF of 8z and 14z? See, HCF 8z, ignoring the sign, okay, and 14z. HCF of 8 and 14 is what? 2, right?
Mm.
This is 8z square, not 8z. Okay, so HCF of 8 and 14 is 2. And what is the HCF of z square and z? The lower power, which is z. So HCF of these two is 2z. So that is what I take out, 2z. You understood this?
Yes, sir, I understood this part.
2z I take out. Now when I'm dividing minus 8z square divided by 2z plus 14z divided by 2z. Now is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So minus, now HCF of 4z and 7 is simply 1, isn't it? 4z minus 7. So now see what happens. This 2z, you are left with minus 4z here plus 7 minus 1, 4z minus 7. Now is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. So now what happens? I have a minus sign here. With 4z, I have a minus sign. Here I have a plus sign. Here I have a plus sign with 7. Here I have a minus sign with 7. So what I do is instead of taking a plus 2z, I take a minus 2z. That is, I'm keeping the minus sign outside the bracket. So what happens? So this plus sign will now change to from minus to plus. And this plus sign will change from plus to minus. Okay. So now I have 4z
Sir, in
minus
the
7.
third step,
Yes.
excuse me, sir. In the third step, the HCF of 8z square and 14z cannot be 8z.
Why will it be 8z? Because
So least
HCF of 8 and 14 is what? How do you
2.
let me
No,
finish this, then I'll answer your question. Okay. So now 4z minus 7
okay.
I can take common, and after taking out 4z I'll only be left with minus 2z and only be left with a minus 1 here. Okay. So this I have factorized into 2. What you can also do is instead of keeping two negative sign in the brackets, this 4z minus 7 you keep as it is, and here in this expression, I have two negative signs. So I take a negative sign outside. So I get 2z plus 1. So that now my factors become minus 4z minus 7 into 2z plus 1. See this negative sign I have written here. So now it looks better. Even if you leave it here, no problem. Or you leave it here also, no problem. As long as you are getting two factors. Now coming back to your question, why can't the HCF of 8 and 14 be 8? Perhaps you have forgotten the method of finding out the HCF. So let me just brush up your a little bit of your memory.
Voice is cracking and
Yes,
coming.
I can't hear you. Can you hear
So
me?
your voice is not coming properly. It's being cracked and coming.
Oh, that's because of the network. But uh, if you want to find out, can you hear me now properly, or is it still cracking?
No, sir.
It's okay now.
I'm getting it. Yes, sir, okay.
So in
But the
order
voice
to
is still cracking.
No, sir. I'm not getting.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I'm getting clear.
okay, fine. You hear then? Okay, this is just a basic of what you have done, class 6 and 7. Now see 8 and 14. You want to take out the HCF. What are the factors of 8? 1,
Sir,
2,
2,
4, and 8, right? What are the
yeah,
factors of 14? 1, 2,
2,
3, 4 is not there.
yeah,
5, 6 is also not there. 7 is there, and 14, right? Isn't it?
yes,
So what are the common
yeah,
factors? 1 is a common factor. Definitely in all the numbers, 1 will be a common factor. 2 is another
yeah,
common factor, right? So what are the
yes,
common
sir.
factors?
2,
Common factors are 1
1 and 2,
and 2. And which is the highest common factor? Which
2,
is the higher among 1 and 2? 2. That is why the
yes,
HCF
yes,
of 8 and 14 is 2. Now you understood?
yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
That
sir.
is that is how you take out the HCF. Okay. There is a division method also, but I don't think division method is required here. Okay. So let's come now
Yes, sir.
to our textbook. Okay. And some questions also for you.
Okay, sir.
So starting with an easy one. 4x square plus 12x plus 9. Yes. So how will I factorize this? Okay. Um, how am I going to factorize this? Who will tell me? Um, wait, I have someone whom I have not asked. Tarannum Alam. Tarannum Alam, are you there?
Sir, I will
Wait. Let me ask first. Tarannum Alam. Not there? Not there or don't want to answer?
Sir, I think she is not in here.
She was there. Okay. She's left. Okay. Anurag Deo. Anurag Deo.
Yes, sir.
Tell me how to break this.
Sir, is
I
equal to 36.
okay.
Sir,
Yes, 36.
then it will be 1 into 36.
Okay. What else?
So then 2 into 18.
2 into 18. 1 and 36 will not give you plus 12. Okay, 2 and 18.
No, sir.
Will it give you
No,
plus 12?
sir.
No.
No, sir.
What else?
3 and 12. 3 into 12.
3 and 12. Will it give you 12? No.
No.
What else? Can't hear you.
Sir, it is cutting.
Yes, yes. Tell me, go ahead, tell me. Yes? 4 into?
6 into 6.
4 into 9. 4 and 9 will not give you. What
So
else?
then 6 into 6.
Yes, 6 into 6.
So can I answer?
6 and 6. Okay. So this is 4x square plus 6x
Sir, it will give.
plus 6x plus 9. So that now 4x square yes, wait, I'll make you rejoin. Wait. Let me finish the sum. We group the first and the second, third and the fourth. And the HCF of these two will be 2x. Okay, so I divide 4x square by 2x, I simply get 2x. Plus 6x divided by 3 is, plus HCF of 6x and 9 is 3. So I get 2x plus 3. So I now take out this common factor, 2x plus 3. And I'm left with 2x plus 3. So actually I'm getting a repeated factor, 2x plus 3 whole square. What you could also have done is, you could have written this as a square plus this plus b square. So a square plus 2ab plus b square, which is equal to 2x plus 3 whole square, a plus b whole square. You could have also have done it this way. Okay. So rejoin once again. Okay, because a lot of problem is going on with the connection also, and time is also. I'm also